Hi everybody, Marco Carbajo here from businesscreditblogger.com. Today's video we're going to talk about an easy approval net 30 vendor that we will share with you today in this video that reports to Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax Business, and Credit Safe. So if you're looking for a trade line, you want to get access to credit as a business, whether you're a startup or existing business and you're trying to build business credit, you want to get approval from a net 30 vendor that requires no personal credit check and no personal guarantee, then this is the video for you. We're going to share with you this particular vendor that reports to DNB, Equifax Business, and Credit Safe, and what it takes to get approved. It's the easiest requirements ever. You basically have to be just 90 days in business. That's it. Let's get started. For those of you who are kind of new to the business credit, acquiring credit for a company, there's different types of credit you're going to acquire, like revolving credit. There's business loans, lines of credit. There's trade credit. Trade credit is credit that's extended to you from suppliers. There's also vendor credit. And the term net 30 vendor, what does that actually mean? That's a vendor company that extends credit to another business like you with credit terms of a net 30, meaning that you can use your credit line up to the credit limit, but you have 30 days to pay that invoice. So it's not revolving where you can carry a balance. That just basically means you have to pay your invoice within 30 days. All right, so that's what's the term net 30 vendor or net 30 account. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. Okay, so now, why use a net 30 vendor? What's the purpose of it? No, more importantly, you have the ability to get products and services for your company on credit, defer the payments for 30 days or more, depending on what the credit terms are. So think of it like if on your personal credit, you can get like a store card from TJ Maxx or Home Goods, where you can use that card only at that store, but they allow you to use it and you get a credit limit. That's similar to what a net 30 vendor is they allow you to use your credit line to buy their products and services on credit, but this repayment terms is 30 days. So this will help you conserve cash flow as a business owner. So if you need to buy, let's say, office supplies, you need to buy business cards, get stationery, or you have to get certain products and services you need to get your business up and running, or if it's already running, this is a way for you to get these products and services and pay for them at a later date. This also establishes trade references for your business. So when you fill out credit applications for your business with lenders, vendors, suppliers, retailers, you'll see there's a section on a credit app that says trade references. Well, if you have a net 30 vendor account with a company that you use, that's a reference that you can put on future credit applications. So that's another benefit. Protects your personal credit. So rather than using your own personal credit card if you need to buy office supplies or you need to get some brochures made for your business, etc., instead of using your personal credit, you'd use your net 30 account. So that's protecting your personal credit. You're not impacting your personal credit. And this limits your personal liability. The type of credit we're talking about with a net 30 vendor is they don't require you as an owner to personally guarantee your credit line. So that means you're not liable for any, if you default on that particular balance that you owe for that net 30 account. It's strictly tied to the business. So that's why that net 30 vendors are really popular, because it's an easy type of credit to get as a business. Doesn't require a personal credit check. Majority of them don't, and majority of them don't require personal guarantees. But the credit limits you're going to get are smaller amounts, 500, 1,000, 2,000, some even go up to 5,000, but you're limited to that particular supplier or vendor that you can use your credit with. So you can get discount offers for early repayment, and these are stepping stones to greater financing opportunities. What does that actually mean? Remember, if you're building business credit as a company, you have to look at, I like to use personal credit as kind of like something you can compare to. When you're building your personal credit, what are things that you want to get? You want to get a credit card, right? You want to have a couple credit cards. And you also, it's good to have an auto loan or auto lease. It's good to have installment credit like that. And also a mortgage is a positive factor if you have that on your personal credit report. So that's your diversity of credit, different types of financing. So on the business side, we have other types of financing and credit you want to acquire as a business. Net 30 vendors is a type of financing. It's net 30 accounts. Then you have revolving credit, like business credit cards. Then you have your traditional lines of credit, like an actual line of credit at the bank. You have installment credit, like a bank loan, etc. Those are diversity you want to build up on your business side, okay? So that's kind of why net 30 vendors are also important to have reporting on your business credit report. So this builds up your score. Okay, so for example, with Dun & Bradstreet, that's just one of the major business credit reporting agencies. You need to have at least 4 positive trade lines reporting to generate a business credit score or a paydex score with Dun & Bradstreet. Okay, it used to be 3, now it's 4. So this could be one of those 4 net 30 vendors to help you generate a business credit rating for your company. Now, why build business credit? Why is it important? Well, you're listening to this video because you want to know about an easy approval net 30 vendor, so I'm sure you have an idea of why business credit is important. This helps you separate yourself as an individual from your business. Your actual business, when you incorporate, have an EIN, it's treated as a separate legal entity, separate from you as an individual. So with that, you have the ability to create a credit file, a credit report that it's in the company's name. Just like you have a personal credit report that's tied to your social security number, your business credit report is going to be tied to your EIN number. Okay, with some agencies like Dun & Bradstreet, they actually have a number for you, like it's called your DUNS number. Okay, that your business credit file, your EIN number is going to be some of the data that's used on credit apps for them to pull your business credit report. So when they pull your business credit report from Dun & Bradstreet, or they pull from Equifax, or let's say they pull from Experian, you want to have a credit file established with each of those credit agencies because that's how they assess your credit worthiness as a business. Okay, so think of your EIN number as a social security number for your business. Okay, who offers net 30 accounts? We've done some videos on easy approval net 30 accounts. We did a recent one on our top 3 vendors for building business credit, so check out that one. That particular video does not include this particular easy approval, so that's actually 4 vendors you can get credit with. So check out the video right here on the top of your screen. We also have who offers net 30 accounts. We have office supply companies, printing companies, bookkeepers, accountants, creative agencies, restaurants, construction companies. There's many different companies that offer net 30 accounts. There's actually 500,000 suppliers that offer credit to businesses like yours. Okay, but less than like 10,000 of them actually report though to the business credit reporting agency. So it's important for you as a business owner to be selective on who you apply for credit with. I mean, there's no problem getting credit from a supplier that doesn't report, but it's also hard because it doesn't report to your business credit report, where you want to deal with a vendor that does report, because that's how you build up your business credit file. Okay, now, what do you need to apply for this easy approval net 30 vendor that we're going to share with you in a second? You obviously need to be an incorporated business. You have to be in good standing. You have to have your EIN number. You want to have your general business contact information. What does that mean? Your business phone number, your business address, business bank account information. Why is that important? Because that data you're going to put on and supply to the easy approval net 30 vendor, that's the data they supply to Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax Small Business, Credit Safe, etc. So that's what goes into your credit files, that data. So you want to make sure that, let's say you're not set up yet as a business. You incorporated, you have your EIN number, but you don't have your business phone number set up, or you're planning on changing your business address. You want to make sure you get that done first before you do this. Otherwise, you have to go back and update your company address information. If you're in that situation, check out this video up here on the screen where we did what to do when you change your business address. Okay, so important tip before I get into this easy approval net 30 vendor. I know you're waiting. I appreciate you listening to this, because this is important information. When you get your approval, okay, for a net 30 vendor, in this particular one we're talking about, with all net 30 accounts, your purchase activity is extremely important. Okay, don't think just buying one product, you're all set, and that means you have credit. It's all about payment history too. So your purchase activity is important. Why is that important? Number one, it builds payment history, number one. Number two, this establishes a history with your vendor. Because if you get a $500 approval, or let's say $1,100 credit line with this vendor, you're going to want to increase that. You want to increase it to $2,000, $5,000, or even $10,000 credit line. Why? Because the size of your credit limits matter. It's very important. So you want to be selective with vendors that you're going to use on a regular basis. I'd never encourage people to just buy products just to build business credit. You want to buy products and services your company needs to grow. Okay? Now, your payment status and payment behavior is important. So you want to pay all your invoices on time. I always tell people it's always best to pay 10, 15 days ahead of the due date. Why is that? Because that gives you an opportunity to get a higher DMB paydex score. Okay, a paydex score of 80 just means you pay within terms. That means you pay on time. But when you have a 90 DMB paydex score, a 100 DMB paydex score, that means your company pays better than terms. So that shows other vendors or lenders or card issuers that your company pays better than expected. Okay, so that's very important. Now, like I said, your credit limit's very important. You want to have large credit limits reporting on your business credit report. So if you only made one purchase from a vendor, let's say they give you a $1,000 credit line, you only made one purchase for $50, then you go to that vendor and say, well, I want to increase my $1,000 credit limit to $5,000. That's what I'm requesting, but the most you've ever spent on them is $50. To them, it's not going to justify them increasing your credit limit. That doesn't mean you have to spend your whole credit limit. I'm not saying that. But I am saying it makes sense if you spend $50 a year. Let's say you had a $500 order or $250, and it was like a couple different orders, but they don't have to be the max credit limit. That justifies, okay, you're using your credit, you're buying from us, there's history. That justifies them to potentially give you a credit limit increase, okay? So your balance owing is another important thing. Don't max out your credit lines. Length of payment history is huge. The misinformation out there is the number of trade references is one thing. That's great, okay? So if you get 15 trade references reporting on your business credit report, that's excellent. But the key thing is the length of history you have. You can't expect in 90 days, let's say you have 15 references reporting, that all of a sudden you have fantastic credit. You only have 3 months of history, okay? So, you have to have payment history. Think about on your personal credit side. If you open up a credit card, what happens? It's a brand new credit card, right? And let's say you've only had that credit card for 3 months, and then you want to go apply for another credit card, and let's say the credit card limit you have for your new card is only a $500 limit, but you want to get a $10,000 credit card from another bank, and you say, well, I have a credit card, I've had it only for 3 months, I should be able to get $10,000. That makes no sense when your highest credit limit right now is only $500. Okay, so I just want to give you those realistic expectations to understand that this is all about building a solid foundation for your business credit, your company, okay? So let's talk about this easy approval net 30 vendor. It's called the CEO Creative. That's the name of the company. It provides custom design and gifts and branding services for your company, electronics, office supplies, and business accessories. So the thing that's great about this is you can find anything you need as a business here. You need electronics for your business, you can find it here. You need to get business cards made. You can get your business cards made here using your Net 30 account. You need branding gear like a hat made with your company logo on it, or you want to buy, you want to get brochures made, or you want to give out corporate gift baskets that are customized. They have it all here. So imagine, whether you're going to a marketing company where you're going to, let's say, pay with a credit card or pay in cash, you can get a Net 30 account here. Get your business cards made for your company, get your stationery made, get your branding done, some electronics or whatever it is, and with using your Net 30 account here, and then build your business credit at the same time. Okay, so you're going to want to go to vendorcreditline.com because that'll get you set up with this particular credit line that we're going to talk about right now. So this is the name of the company, CEO Creative. Let's talk about how to get approved, how it works. Okay, so when you go to Vendor Credit Line, this is the requirements to get $1,100 up to $1,100 Net 30 account. First, you have to be in business at least 90 days. That's it. You don't have to have a DUNS number. You don't have. You do want to have a DUNS number because that's how they report to DMB. But you don't have to have like a paydex score. You don't have to have trade lines already reporting. So you have to just be 90 days in business. Okay. They require a $129 yearly membership fee. Okay, so once you pay that, after you put in the data for your credit line, you pay $129. Then you get access to the whole store where you can use your credit line to get your business cards, your stationery, buy office electronics, etc. Now you can receive up to $1,100 Net 30 account. Now there's no personal credit check and no personal guarantee with this. They report monthly, and they report this automatically as $1,100 credit limit to DNB, Equifax, Business, and Credit Safe. So what does that mean? They may approve you for a $500 credit line that you can use on net 30, but they still are going to report it as an $1,100 credit limit. So at the end of the day, you're getting an $1,100 credit limit reporting to your business credit reports with DNB, Equifax, Business, and Credit Safe. So that's guaranteed. Okay, so that's why I'm really excited about this for you, because of the opportunities you have in the future with this. So vendorcreditline.com is where you go. This is very simple, very straightforward, but more importantly is after 90 days, and if you made at least 2 orders with this company, you're eligible for credit limit increase. That's where they'll look at you for credit limit increase, and they can increase credit limits up to $6,500. Okay, so that's another huge benefit for you. Okay, so I'm sure you need business cards. I'm sure you may need some office supplies or electronics, excuse me, or even stationery or basic business stuff. So you can find it here at the CEO Creative with this particular easy approval net 30 vendor. Okay, now for additional vendors, obviously we gave you a couple free videos where we share with you some vendors, but if you're looking for an entire directory of net easy approval net 30 vendors and other suppliers and retailers, fleet cards, gas cards, business credit cards, check out our step-by-step business credit building system. That is a DIY system, which means do-it-yourself system. We don't do the work for you, but we provide everything for you, step-by-step, video tutorials in there, broken down into segments. We have task lists in there. We show you what's the requirements to get approved, and we give you the access to the vendors, retailers, everything you need. So check us out at businesscreditbuilders.org. That's businesscreditbuilders.org. We also share with you our funding programs on that site. That's all of we have our funding division where we do the funding for you, like our business credit card funding program, which you probably see me do videos of that. And then we also have our DIY business credit building system. Okay, so if you found this information helpful for you and your business, please give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Click the subscribe button, because that way you're notified every time we put a new video out on ways for you as a business owner, whether you're a startup, existing business, or you're a real estate investor, how you can build business credit, how you can scale your access to credit as a business, and more importantly, how you can protect your personal credit at the same time. We're going to have more videos coming out also on personal credit strategies as well, so that way you can improve your personal or scale your personal credit too. So with that, make it a great day. We'll talk to you real soon.